As we journey through life, our homes often become a reflection of our experiences, filled with items that tell stories of joy, love, and cherished moments. However, as time passes, it's easy to find ourselves surrounded by belongings that no longer serve a purpose or bring us happiness. For many seniors, this accumulation can lead to feelings of overwhelm and disarray, making it difficult to enjoy the spaces we inhabit. The act of decluttering is not just about tidying up. It is a gentle invitation to create a peaceful environment that fosters clarity and organization. Imagine walking into a room where every item has a place, where the air feels lighter, and where you can easily find what you need. This sense of order can bring a profound sense of calm, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Decluttering offers an opportunity to reflect on the past while making space for the present and future. It allows you to preserve meaningful memories by keeping only those items that resonate with your heart, while letting go of the rest. As you consider your living space, take a moment to think about how it makes you feel. Are there items that weigh you down, or perhaps memories that you hold on to out of obligation rather than joy? By thoughtfully assessing your belongings, you can create a home that not only reflects who you are today, but also honors the journey you have taken. In the following moments, let us explore some gentle and actionable tips to help you embark on this decluttering journey. Together, we can transform your space into a sanctuary that nurtures your spirit and celebrates your life. Paper clutter can easily take over our spaces, filling drawers, desks, and countertops with outdated paperwork that we often forget about. Over time, these piles can become overwhelming, making it hard to find the important documents we actually need. To tackle this issue, it helps to approach the task with a clear plan and a positive mindset. Start by choosing a specific area to focus on, like a desk or a drawer. Set aside a dedicated time for this task, perhaps on a quiet afternoon when you can enjoy the process without interruptions. Before you begin, create a calming atmosphere. You might light a scented candle, play some soft music, or brew a cup of your favorite tea. This will help transform decluttering into a relaxing ritual rather than a chore. Once you're settled, take everything out of the space you're organizing. Lay all the papers out on a large surface, like a table or the floor. This will give you a clear view of what you have. As you sort through the papers, create 3 distinct piles, one for essential documents, one for papers to shred, and one for items you might want to digitize. For the essential documents, think about what you truly need to keep. This might include tax returns, medical records, or important contracts. As you go through these papers, ask yourself if you really need to hold on to each one. If it's something you haven't looked at in years, and it doesn't serve a purpose, it's likely time to let it go. Next, for the papers you've decided to shred, gather them into a box or bag. Shredding is a great way to protect your personal information while also reducing clutter. If you don't have a shredder, many office supply stores offer shredding services. Make sure to take care of this pile promptly so it doesn't linger around. Now, for the documents you want to digitize, consider using a scanner or a scanning app on your phone. This way, you can keep a digital copy without the physical clutter. As you scan each document, save it in clearly labeled folders on your computer or cloud storage. This will make it easy to find what you need later. After you've sorted everything, take a moment to appreciate your hard work. You might want to reward yourself with a small treat, or take a break to enjoy the fresh, organized space you've created. Remember, this process doesn't have to be rushed. You can tackle one area at a time, turning decluttering into a regular ritual that brings you peace and clarity. By following these steps, you can effectively manage paper clutter and create a more organized environment. With each piece of paper you sort, you're not just clearing space, you're also making room for a more serene and focused life. Many of us have kitchens filled with items we rarely use or even forgot we owned. From duplicate measuring cups to specialty gadgets that seem like a good idea at the time, these unused tools can clutter our countertops and cabinets, making it hard to find what we really need. Simplifying the kitchen by keeping only essential tools, cookware, and appliances can create a more efficient and enjoyable cooking environment. Consider the story of Sarah, a busy mom who found herself overwhelmed by the chaos in her kitchen. Every time she opened a drawer, she was met with a jumble of mismatched utensils, old gadgets, and several sets of measuring spoons. It was frustrating to sift through everything just to find a simple spatula or pot. Realizing that her kitchen was not only cluttered, but also hindering her cooking experience, she decided to take action. Sarah began by going through each cabinet and drawer, pulling out items she hadn't used in months or even years. She found multiple can openers, several baking sheets, and a collection of mismatched lids that didn't fit any containers. Instead of tossing everything in the trash, she chose to donate the items that were still in good condition. This not only cleared up space, but also helped others who might need those tools. After donating, Sarah organized her remaining items. She grouped similar tools together, placed frequently used items within easy reach, and stored less used appliances in a less accessible spot. The transformation was remarkable. Her kitchen felt more open, and she could easily find what she needed when preparing meals. Cooking became less of a chore and more of a joy, as she could focus on creating delicious dishes rather than searching for the right tools. By simplifying her kitchen, Sarah not only improved her cooking efficiency, but also created a more pleasant environment for her family. This experience shows how important it is to evaluate what we truly need in our kitchens. Keeping only essential items can lead to a more organized and functional space, making cooking a more enjoyable experience. As we grow older, our homes often fill up with furniture and decor that carry stories and memories from the past. However, sometimes these items no longer fit our current lifestyle or taste. It can be tough to think about letting go of things that once brought us joy, but there are creative ways to preserve their sentimental value while making space for what truly resonates with us today. One approach is to consider gifting these cherished items to family or friends who might appreciate them. This way, the stories and memories attached to the furniture or decor can continue to live on in a new home. Another option is to donate items to local charities or organizations. This not only helps others, but also allows you to feel good about passing on something meaningful. If you're feeling crafty, repurposing items can be a fun way to keep the essence of the piece while giving it a new life. For example, an old wooden chair can be transformed into a unique plant stand or a side table. A lovely story comes to mind about a woman named Clara. She had a beautiful ornate mirror that had been in her family for generations. While she loved the mirror, it no longer fit her modern decor. Instead of simply getting rid of it, Clara decided to take a photograph of the mirror, capturing its intricate details and the memories it held. She then gifted the mirror to her granddaughter, who was thrilled to have a piece of family history. Clara felt a sense of relief knowing that the mirror would be cherished, and she could always look back at the photograph to remember it fondly without the physical clutter. By finding ways to honor our past while embracing the present, we can create a home that reflects who we are today, filled with items that truly resonate with our current lifestyle. Imagine standing in front of your overflowing bookshelves, feeling a mix of excitement and overwhelm. Each book holds a story, a memory, or a dream. But as the shelves groan under the weight of unread titles, it might be time to think about what truly matters to you. Curating your book collection can be a rewarding experience, allowing you to keep only the titles that resonate with your heart and mind. Start by taking everything off the shelves and laying it out in front of you. As you pick up each book, ask yourself if it has meaning in your life. Have you read it and loved it? Does it inspire you or teach you something valuable? If the answer is no, consider letting it go. You might be surprised at how many books you have that you've never opened or that no longer reflect your interests. Once you've decided which books to keep, think about the ones you no longer need. Donating them to schools or libraries can be a wonderful way to share the joy of reading with others. Many schools appreciate receiving books for their libraries, and local libraries often welcome donations to help expand their collections. This not only clears your space, but also gives your books a new life in the hands of eager readers. As you reorganize your shelves, consider adding some decorative elements to create a cozy and inviting atmosphere. You might place a small plant or a framed photo next to your favorite titles, or use decorative boxes to store smaller items. Mixing in art pieces or personal mementos can also add character to your collection, making it feel more like a reflection of you. In the end, a well-curated bookshelf can bring you joy and inspiration every time you walk by. It becomes a space that not only holds your favorite stories, but also showcases your personality and interests. By letting go of the unnecessary, you make room for the meaningful, creating a balanced and cozy look that invites you to dive into the world of books you truly love. Over time, our tastes and preferences can change, and what once felt like a perfect fit for our home may no longer resonate with us. This can lead to a space filled with decor that feels outdated or simply doesn't reflect who we are anymore. When faced with this situation, it can be refreshing to declutter and replace those items with decor that brings joy and aligns with our current style. Imagine someone named Sarah who has lived in her home for several years. When she first moved in, she decorated with bright colors and trendy pieces that were popular at the time. However, as the years went by, her style evolved into a more minimalist and calming aesthetic. The vibrant decor that once made her happy now feels overwhelming and out of place. To transform her space, Sarah decides to start by decluttering. She begins by going through each room, taking a close look at every item. Sarah asks herself if each piece still brings her joy or if it feels like a burden. She finds that many of the items, like the bold wall art and mismatched throw pillows, no longer resonate with her. With a sense of relief, she sets aside these pieces to donate or sell, creating space for new items that reflect her current taste. Next, Sarah focuses on replacing the outdated decor with items that truly speak to her. She chooses a soft color palette of whites, grays, and gentle pastels to create a serene atmosphere. Instead of the loud art, she opts for unique pieces that she has collected over the years, such as a beautiful painting from a local artist and a few framed family photos that capture cherished memories. These personal touches not only enhance her space but also tell her story, making her home feel more inviting and authentic. To add warmth, Sarah selects a few cozy textiles, like a soft throw blanket and some plush cushions in muted tones. She also incorporates plants, which bring life and freshness into her home. Each new item is carefully chosen, ensuring that it aligns with her current preferences and brings her joy. As Sarah steps back to admire her transformed space, she feels a sense of peace and satisfaction. The clutter is gone, and in its place are items that reflect who she is today. Her home now feels like a true reflection of her personality, filled with love and memories that make her smile. In the end, decluttering outdated decor and replacing it with meaningful items can be a rewarding process. It allows us to create a space that not only looks good, but also feels good, reminding us of what we value and enjoy. Many of us have closets overflowing with clothes, shoes, and accessories that we no longer wear or use. These items often take up space and can make it hard to find what we really love. If you find yourself staring at a closet full of outdated pieces, it might be time to take action and refresh your wardrobe. A good starting point is the 1-year rule. This means that if you haven't worn an item in the past year, it's time to consider letting it go. This rule helps you evaluate what you truly need and what is just taking up space. As you go through your closet, ask yourself if you can remember the last time you wore each piece. If it's been a while, it might be time to say goodbye. To make the process more enjoyable, consider hosting a clothing swap with friends. Invite them over and encourage everyone to bring items they no longer want. You can all browse through each other's clothes and trade pieces. This way, you can refresh your wardrobe without spending any money, and it's a fun way to spend time with friends. While it's important to let go of items that no longer serve you, some pieces may hold sentimental value. Instead of keeping clothes that you don't wear but can't bear to part with, think about repurposing them. You could turn a favorite old t-shirt into a pillow, or use the fabric from a cherished dress to create a keepsake quilt-tenant. This way, you preserve the memories attached to those items in a meaningful way. As you clear out your closet, remember to donate or recycle the items you no longer want. Many organizations would be grateful for your gently used clothes, and this can help someone else in need. By following these steps, you can transform your closet from a cluttered space into a well-organized area filled with items you love and wear. Embrace the process and enjoy the fresh start it brings. Sentimental items often hold a special place in our hearts, reminding us of cherished moments and loved ones. However, they can also take up valuable space in our homes, leading to clutter that can feel overwhelming. It's important to find a balance between honoring these memories and maintaining a tidy living environment. One way to do this is by creating scrapbooks. You can gather photos, letters, and small mementos from special occasions and compile them into a beautiful book. This not only preserves the memories, but also allows you to keep them in a compact form that is easy to store and revisit. Another great idea is to digitize your memorabilia. You can take photos of items that hold sentimental value, but may not serve a practical purpose anymore. This way, you can keep the memories alive without needing to hold on to the physical items. There are many apps and services available that can help you organize these digital memories, making it easy to look back on them whenever you want. Designing a memory wall is another creative solution. You can select a few of your most cherished items and display them in a dedicated space in your home. This could be a wall in your living room or a hallway where you can hang framed photos, artwork, or even small keepsakes. By creating a designated area for these items, you can celebrate your memories without letting them take over your entire home. Finding ways to honor your memories while decluttering can lead to a more peaceful living space. It allows you to keep the essence of what you cherish while making room for new experiences and items. Remember, it's not about getting rid of everything, but rather about choosing what truly matters to you. By taking these steps, you can create a home that reflects your past while still feeling open and as we grow older, our living spaces can sometimes become cluttered with excess furniture, making it difficult to move around comfortably. This is especially true for seniors who may have mobility concerns. It's important to reassess the furniture in our homes to ensure that it not only looks good, but also serves a purpose and allows for easy movement. One effective solution is to consider multifunctional furniture. For example, a coffee table that can also serve as storage, or a sofa bed that provides extra sleeping space can help reduce the number of pieces in a room while still meeting various needs. By choosing furniture that has more than one use, we can create a more open and inviting environment. Take the story of a couple named John and Mary. They lived in a cozy apartment filled with large sofas, heavy chairs, and decorative tables that made their living room feel cramped. After realizing that they struggled to navigate the space, they decided to downsize and reorganize. They sold their bulky furniture and replaced it with a sleek, modern sofa that could be converted into a bed for guests. They also added a small round table that could be easily moved when not in use. This transformation not only made their living space feel larger, but also allowed them to move around freely and comfortably. John and Mary found that they could enjoy their home more, inviting friends over without worrying about the clutter. By reassessing their furniture choices, they created a space that was both functional and comfortable, making their daily lives much easier. In conclusion, taking the time to evaluate the furniture in our homes can lead to a more comfortable and functional living space, especially for seniors. Embracing multifunctional pieces and decluttering can make a significant difference in how we navigate our environments. Reclaiming neglected storage spaces like basements, attics, and garages can feel overwhelming, but breaking it down into simple steps makes it easier. Start by choosing one area to focus on, like the basement. Gather some boxes or bins to help sort items as you go. It's helpful to have a few labels ready, such as keep, donate, trash, and maybe. Begin by clearing a small section of the space. This could be a corner or a specific shelf. As you clear it, take a moment to look at what's there. Pick up each item and decide which box it belongs in. If you find something you haven't used in years, ask yourself if it still holds value for you. If not, it might be time to let it go. As you work, it can be fun to involve family members. Imagine a family of 4 parents and 2 kids deciding to tackle the garage together. They set a timer for 30 minutes to keep things moving. The kids start by pulling out old toys and games, excited to rediscover what they used to play with. The parents sort through tools and holiday decorations, reminiscing about past projects and celebrations. After the timer goes off, they take a break to look at what they've found. The kids might find a long-lost bike or a favorite stuffed animal, sparking laughter and stories. The parents can share memories tied to the decorations or tools, making the process feel less like a chore and more like a family adventure. Once the first section is sorted, take a moment to celebrate the progress. You can take a picture of the cleared space or enjoy a snack together. Then, move on to the next section, repeating the sorting process. Continue this way until the entire area is tackled. At the end of the day, you'll not only have a cleaner space, but also a sense of accomplishment, and maybe even some rediscovered treasures. Working together makes the task lighter and creates lasting memories. In many homes, there are small maintenance items that often get overlooked. Broken appliances, tangled cords, and minor repairs can accumulate over time, creating a cluttered and less functional living space. These issues may seem minor, but they can significantly affect how we feel in our homes. When appliances don't work properly, it can make daily tasks more challenging. Tangled cords can create a messy appearance and even pose safety hazards. Minor repairs, like a leaky faucet or a squeaky door, can be annoying and distracting. Tackling these neglected items incrementally can lead to a more organized and pleasant home, instead of feeling overwhelmed by the long list of things to fix. Setting small goals can make the process manageable. For example, you might choose to fix one item each week. This could be as simple as untangling cords, replacing a light bulb, or tightening screws on a cabinet door. By focusing on one task at a time, you can gradually improve your home's functionality and aesthetic without feeling stressed. As you make these small changes, you will likely notice a positive shift in your environment. A well-maintained home can feel more inviting and comfortable. It can also boost your mood and productivity. When everything is in its place and working properly, you can focus on the things that truly matter, like spending time with family or enjoying your hobbies. Consistency is key. By committing to regular maintenance, you create a habit that leads to long-term positive results. Over time, the small fixes add up, transforming your home into a space that feels more organized and welcoming. You might even find that tackling these tasks becomes a rewarding part of your routine. So, take a moment to look around your home, identify a few items that need attention, and set a goal to address one each week. You'll be surprised at how much of a difference these small efforts can make. Your home will not only function better, but it will also look and feel more like the sanctuary you want it to be. In many homes, bathrooms can become a cluttered space filled with expired medications and a jumble of beauty products. It's easy to overlook the importance of safely disposing of these items, but doing so is crucial for both health and safety. Expired medications can lose their effectiveness, and some can even become harmful over time. Tossing them in the trash or flushing them down the toilet can lead to environmental issues. Instead, it's best to take them to a pharmacy or a designated disposal site where they can be handled properly. Similarly, toiletries and beauty products can pile up quickly. Many people hold on to items long after they've stopped using them, thinking they might need them again someday. This not only takes up valuable space, but can also create a chaotic atmosphere. Imagine stepping into a bathroom that feels more like a storage room than a relaxing retreat. Now, picture someone named Sarah who decided to transform her bathroom into a serene, spa-like environment. She started by going through her cabinets and drawers, carefully checking the expiration dates on her medications. With a sense of purpose, she gathered all the expired items and took them to her local pharmacy for safe disposal. Next, she tackled her beauty products, sorting through them and consolidating her favorites into clear bins. Sarah chose simple, elegant drawer organizers that allowed her to see everything at a glance. She grouped her skincare items, makeup, and hair products, making it easy to find what she needed without rummaging through a mess. The result was a clean, organized space that felt inviting and calming. With everything in its place, she could enjoy her self-care routines without the stress of clutter. By taking the time to dispose of expired medications and streamline her beauty products, Sarah not only created a more beautiful bathroom, but also a healthier and more peaceful environment. This transformation shows how a little effort can lead to a big change, turning a functional space into a personal sanctuary. In many homes, drawers and closets are filled with outdated technology and tangled cords that no longer serve a purpose. These unused gadgets can take up valuable space and create a sense of chaos instead of letting them gather dust. It is important to think about responsibly recycling these items. Many communities have programs that allow you to drop off old electronics, ensuring they are disposed of in an environmentally friendly way. This not only helps clear out clutter, but also contributes to reducing electronic waste. Creating organized tech stations can also make a big difference. Imagine a space where all your essential gadgets are neatly arranged and easy to find. For example, consider Sarah, who recently decided to tackle her overflowing drawer of tech accessories. She took everything out, sorted through the items, and realized she had several chargers for devices she no longer owned. After recycling the outdated gadgets, she organized the remaining items into labeled bins. Now, her tech station is tidy, and she can quickly grab what she needs without digging through a mess. This simple act of decluttering not only made her space more functional, but also brought a sense of peace to her home. By recycling unused gadgets and creating organized tech stations, we can transform cluttered spaces into areas of calm and efficiency. It's a small step that can lead to a more organized and enjoyable living environment. Imagine walking into a room filled with scattered craft supplies, where ribbons tangle with paintbrushes and buttons hide beneath piles of paper. It can be overwhelming, but what if you could transform that chaos into a beautiful, organized space that inspires your creativity? Creating a dedicated area for your hobby materials can make a world of difference. Consider the story of Sarah, who had an old dresser sitting in her garage. Instead of letting it collect dust, she decided to give it a new life as a craft station. With a little paint and some creativity, she transformed the dresser into a vibrant workspace. Each drawer became a home for different supplies, one for yarn, another for paints, and a third for scrapbooking materials. She labeled each bin clearly, making it easy to find what she needed without digging through piles of clutter. As Sarah worked on her projects in this new space, she found that her creativity flourished, no longer distracted by the mess. She could focus on her crafts, trying new techniques and ideas. The organized setup not only made her feel more in control, but also sparked joy every time she opened a drawer to find her supplies neatly arranged. So, why not take a cue from Sarah? Look around your home for furniture that could be repurposed into a craft station. With a little effort, you can create a space that not only keeps your supplies organized, but also fuels your passion for crafting. Embrace the joy of creating in a space that reflects your creativity and order. Overcrowded sentimental displays, like family photos and souvenirs, can often lead to a feeling of visual clutter in our homes. While these items hold special memories and meanings, having too many on display can make it hard to appreciate each piece. Curating and rotating displays can help create a more balanced environment, allowing the most meaningful items to shine without overwhelming the space. For example, consider someone who loves to showcase their family memories. They might have a collection of framed photos from various family events, along with souvenirs from vacations. Instead of leaving all these items out at once, they could choose to display a few select pieces each season. In the spring, they might highlight photos from a recent family gathering, along with a few souvenirs from a spring trip. As summer approaches, they could swap those out for beach photos and mementos from summer adventures. This way, the display feels fresh and relevant while still honoring the memories attached to each item. By rotating displays, not only does the space feel less cluttered, but it also allows for a more intentional appreciation of each piece. This practice can create a sense of excitement and anticipation as each season brings new memories to the forefront. Ultimately, curating and rotating sentimental displays can transform a home into a more inviting and meaningful. Unfinished projects can take up more than just physical space. They can also weigh heavily on our minds. Every time we see that half-painted room or that stack of books waiting to be read, it can create a sense of guilt or frustration. These unfinished tasks can drain our energy and distract us from new ideas and opportunities. It's important to recognize that we have a choice. We can either complete these projects or let them go. Consider the story of Sarah, who had started a quilt 2 years ago but never found the time to finish it. The fabric sat in a corner of her living room, a constant reminder of her unfinished work. One day, she learned about a local quilting group that met every week. Curious and a bit hesitant, she decided to join. The moment she walked into that room filled with laughter and creativity, she felt a spark of motivation. Surrounded by others who shared her passion, Sarah found herself inspired to pick up her quilt again. The support and encouragement from her new friends helped her to not only finish the quilt, but also to enjoy the process along the way. If you have unfinished projects in your life, think about what they mean to you. Are they still important, or have they become burdens? Sometimes, letting go of a project can be just as freeing as completing it. But if you feel a desire to finish, seek out connections with others who share your interests. You might find that the motivation you need is just a conversation away. Embrace the chance to either complete what you started or release it, making space for new ideas and experiences. Many of us have items in our homes that we keep just in case. These can include empty jars, scrap materials, or other things we think might be useful someday. However, it's important to take a moment to evaluate whether these items truly serve a purpose in our lives. Holding on to things without a clear reason can lead to clutter, making it harder to find what we really need. To start this evaluation, consider each item and ask yourself a few questions. When was the last time you used it? Do you have a specific plan for it? Or is it just taking up space? If you can't remember the last time you used an item, it might be time to let it go. For example, imagine someone who loves to craft and has a collection of empty jars. At first, they kept every jar they came across, thinking they might use them for future projects. Over time, the jars piled up, and they found it hard to work in their crafting space. To regain control, they decided to set a limit. They would keep only one storage bin for jars. This meant they had to choose which jars were truly valuable for their projects. By doing this, they not only cleared out unnecessary clutter, but also made it easier to find the jars they actually wanted to use. Establishing limits like this can help you maintain a more organized space. It encourages you to think critically about what you keep and why. By focusing on the items that genuinely add value to your life, you can create a home that feels more intentional and less overwhelming. As the seasons change, many of us find ourselves looking at our outdoor spaces and noticing the clutter that has built up over time. Sheds, patios, and garages can easily become dumping grounds for unused equipment, old toys, and forgotten gardening tools. This clutter not only takes up valuable space, but can also make it harder to enjoy the outdoors. Imagine stepping outside to a tidy patio where everything has its place, or opening a shed to find only the tools you actually use. Now is the perfect time to tackle this mess and embrace the idea of seasonal decluttering. Consider organizing a community yard swap event where neighbors can come together to exchange items they no longer need. This not only helps clear out your own clutter, but also gives others a chance to find something useful. It's a great way to connect with your community while making sure that items don't just end up in the trash. To keep your outdoor spaces functional and tidy, think about investing in weatherproof bins for your tools and equipment. These bins can protect your items from the elements while keeping everything organized. Labeling each bin can make it even easier to find what you need when you need it. By taking these steps, you can create a welcoming outdoor area that you and your family will love to use. So, gather your unused items, invite your neighbors, and let's make this season a time for fresh starts and clean spaces. Together, we can transform our cluttered areas into functional and enjoyable outdoor retreats. To start decluttering an overfilled junk drawer, first, find a quiet space where you can work without distractions. Begin by emptying the entire drawer onto a clean surface, like a table or countertop. This will give you a clear view of everything inside. As you take out each item, take a moment to consider its purpose and whether you really need it. Next, sort the items into 3 groups: keep, discard, and donate. The keep pile should include items you use regularly or that have sentimental value. The discard pile is for broken items, things that are expired, or anything you no longer need. The donate pile can include items that are in good condition but that you no longer use. Once you have sorted everything, throw away the discard items and set aside the donate items to take to a local charity. Now, it's time to organize the keep items. Look at what you have and think about how you can group similar items together. For example, you might have batteries, tape, scissors, and tools. Consider using small bins or dividers to create sections in the drawer. This will help keep everything in its place and make it easier to find what you need later. As an example, imagine someone named Sarah who has a junk drawer filled with random items like old receipts, rubber bands, and broken pens. After emptying the drawer, she sorts everything into the 3 piles. She finds that she can discard a lot of old receipts and broken items. For the things she decides to keep, she uses small containers to separate the office supplies from the tools. She places a small bin for batteries, another for tape, and a section for scissors. By the end of her organizing session, Sarah has transformed her messy junk drawer into a neat utility station where everything is easy to find. Finally, make it a habit to regularly check the drawer and remove any items that no longer belong. This will help keep it organized in the long run. With a little effort, you can turn a cluttered junk drawer into a functional space that serves you well. As the holiday season approaches, many of us pull out our decorations, only to find a collection that has grown over the years. It's common to accumulate items that we no longer use or that no longer fit our style. From old ornaments to faded lights, these unused decorations can take up valuable space in our homes. Instead of letting them gather dust, it might be a good time to think about decluttering. One effective way to manage holiday decor is to donate items that you no longer want or need. Many charities and community organizations appreciate receiving decorations, especially around the holidays when they can help brighten someone else's celebrations. This not only helps others but also clears out your storage areas, making room for the decorations you truly love. To keep what you decide to keep organized, using labeled storage bins can be a game changer. By sorting decorations by type or holiday, you can easily find what you need each year without the hassle of digging through a jumbled mess. This simple system can save time and reduce stress when it's time to decorate. Consider the story of a woman named Sarah, who had a beautiful collection of holiday decorations passed down from her grandmother. Over the years, she had added many items of her own, but as her family grew, she realized that she didn't have space for everything. Instead of tossing her grandmother's cherished decorations, she decided to pass them on to her children. This way, she preserved the family tradition while also reducing clutter in her home. Her children were thrilled to receive these special items, and they now look forward to using them each year, keeping the memories alive by donating unwanted decorations and organizing what remains. You can create a more joyful and manageable holiday experience. It's a wonderful way to celebrate the season while also making room for new memories. As you consider the journey of decluttering your home, remember that every small step counts. You don't need to tackle everything at once. Even a few minutes spent sorting through a drawer or clearing a shelf can lead to a more peaceful and organized space. Imagine walking into a room that feels calm and inviting, where everything has its place and reflects who you are today. This kind of environment not only reduces stress, but also allows you to focus on what truly matters in your life. Take a moment to reflect on the tips shared and think about how you can apply them in your own home. Perhaps you can start with a single area that feels overwhelming, or choose one item each day to let go of. Each decision you make brings you closer to a space that supports your current needs and aspirations. Embrace the process and celebrate the progress you make along the way. A decluttered home can lead to a decluttered mind, opening up new possibilities for creativity and joy in your life. So why not begin today? Your peaceful, organized sanctuary awaits. Thank you so much for joining us in that deep dive into health and wellness. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on something that might surprise you. Have you ever wondered how someone can lead a seemingly perfect lifestyle, eating right, exercising regularly, and still face unexpected health issues? Let me introduce you to Mr. Zhang, a 65-year-old man who dedicated his life to fitness and a vegetarian diet. Despite his disciplined approach, he experienced a shocking heart failure that left everyone around him in disbelief. What went wrong? In the next segment, we'll uncover the critical mistakes in his health journey and share actionable advice that can help you avoid similar pitfalls. So, stick around as we explore Mr. Zhang's story and provide expert insights that could safeguard your health. You won't want to miss this. Mr. Zhang was a well-known figure in his community, admired by many for his unwavering commitment to health and wellness. At 65 years old, he was the kind of person who inspired others with his disciplined lifestyle. Every morning, without fail, he could be seen jogging through the park, his face glowing with determination. His exercise routine was rigorous. He not only ran but also practiced yoga and lifted weights several times a week. People often marveled at his energy and vitality, wondering how he managed to stay so fit. In addition to his exercise habits, Mr. Zhang followed a carefully managed vegetarian diet. He was passionate about nutrition and often shared his knowledge with friends and neighbors. His meals were colorful and vibrant, filled with fresh vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. He believed that what you put into your body was just as important as how you moved it. Many in the community sought his advice on healthy eating, and he was always happy to help, sharing recipes and tips with a warm smile. However, despite being seen as a model of health, Mr. Zhang's sudden heart failure came as a shock to everyone who knew him. It was hard to believe that someone so dedicated to fitness and nutrition could face such a serious health crisis. Friends and family were left grappling with questions. How could this happen to someone who seemed so vibrant and full of life? Was there something hidden beneath the surface that no one knew about? The news of his passing rippled through the community, leaving many in disbelief. People gathered to share stories about Mr. Zhang, reflecting on his kindness and the positive impact he had on their lives. Yet, the mystery of his untimely death lingered in the air, prompting discussions about the complexities of health and the unexpected challenges that can arise, even for those who seem to have it all figured out. As the community mourned, they also celebrated the legacy of a man who had dedicated his life to promoting health and well-being. Mr. Zhang's story serves as a reminder that life can be unpredictable, and even the most disciplined among us are not immune to the unexpected twists of fate. Medical professionals took a close look at Mr. Zhang's lifestyle to understand the reasons behind his health issues. They discovered two critical mistakes that stood out. First, his diet was lacking in variety. He often ate the same foods every day, which led to nutrient imbalances in his body. Without a range of different foods, he missed out on essential vitamins and minerals that are important for overall health. Second, Mr. Zhang had an intense exercise routine that did not include enough rest and recovery time. While regular exercise is beneficial, pushing himself too hard without allowing his body to recover put extra stress on his cardiovascular system. This combination of a limited diet and an overly demanding workout schedule worsened his existing heart problems. The lack of proper nutrition and the strain from constant exercise created a situation where his heart had to work much harder than it should have, leading to further complications. By identifying these issues, the medical team was able to provide Mr. Zhang with guidance on how to improve his diet and adjust his exercise routine to support better heart health. Moderate exercise is widely recognized for its numerous benefits. Engaging in regular physical activity can improve cardiovascular health, enhance mood, and boost overall well-being. It helps maintain a healthy weight, strengthens muscles, and supports bone density. Additionally, moderate exercise can improve sleep quality and reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. These positive effects contribute to a longer, healthier life. However, when exercise becomes excessive, it can lead to serious health issues. Overexercising can put undue stress on the body, leading to fatigue, injuries, and a weakened immune system. One of the critical problems associated with excessive exercise is accelerated oxidation. This process occurs when the body produces an increased number of free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can damage cells. When free radicals outnumber antioxidants, the balance is disrupted, leading to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is harmful because it can damage DNA, proteins, and lipids in the body. This cellular damage is linked to faster aging and an increased risk of developing various diseases, including cancer. The body's natural defense mechanisms may struggle to keep up with the high levels of free radicals generated by excessive physical activity, resulting in long-term health consequences. In summary, while moderate exercise is essential for maintaining good health, overexercising can have detrimental effects on the body. It is crucial to find a balance that allows for the benefits of physical activity without crossing into harmful territory. Listening to the body and allowing for adequate rest and recovery is vital to prevent the negative impacts of excessive exercise. Overexercising can have serious effects on the immune system, leading to a range of health issues. When a person engages in excessive physical activity without allowing enough time for recovery, the body can become overwhelmed. This stress can lead to the production of free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can cause damage to cells. Free radicals are a natural byproduct of metabolism, but when their levels become too high, they can create a state known as oxidative stress. This stress can weaken immune cells, making it harder for the body to fight off infections and diseases. In addition to the effects of free radicals, overexercising can disrupt the production of thymic proteins. The thymus is a small organ located in the chest that plays a crucial role in the development of T cells, which are essential for a strong immune response. When the body is under constant stress from overexercising, the production of these proteins can decline. This impairment can lead to a weakened immune system, making the body more susceptible to illness and infections. As the immune system becomes compromised, there is a gradual decline in overall immunity. This means that the body is less capable of defending itself against pathogens, and the risk of getting sick increases. Over time, the effects of severe overexercising can accumulate, leading to chronic fatigue, frequent illnesses, and a general decline in health. The body may struggle to recover from workouts, and the individual may find themselves caught in a cycle of exhaustion and illness. In summary, overexercising can damage immune function through the production of free radicals and the disruption of thymic proteins. This leads to oxidative stress and immunosuppression, resulting in a gradual decline in immunity and overall health. It is essential to find a balance in exercise to maintain a strong immune system, and intense exercise can have significant effects on both the liver and kidneys, which are vital organs for maintaining overall health. When you engage in strenuous physical activity, your body demands more energy and blood flow, which can lead to changes in how these organs function. During intense exercise, the liver can experience stress, and this may result in the elevation of liver enzymes in the blood. These enzymes are usually contained within liver cells, and when they are found in higher levels in the bloodstream, it often indicates that the cell membranes of the liver are being damaged. This damage can impair the liver's ability to perform its essential functions, such as detoxifying harmful substances, producing proteins, and regulating metabolism. If the liver is under constant stress from excessive exercise without adequate recovery, it may lead to more serious issues over time. Similarly, the kidneys can also be affected during intense workouts. When you exercise, blood flow is redirected to the muscles and skin to support physical activity and regulate temperature. This reduced blood flow to the kidneys can stress their tissues, making them work harder to filter blood and maintain balance in the body. After exercise, when blood flow returns to normal, the sudden influx of blood can further strain the kidneys, potentially leading to damage. This cycle of reduced blood flow during exercise, followed by a rapid increase, can create a challenging environment for the kidneys to function properly. To protect the liver and kidneys, it is crucial to find a balance between exercise and rest. Allowing time for recovery helps these organs heal and function optimally. Overtraining without sufficient rest can lead to long-term damage, so listening to your body and giving it the time it needs to recover is essential for maintaining good health. Overexercising can have serious effects on heart health, especially for those who push their bodies too hard without allowing for adequate recovery. When a person engages in intense exercise, the heart has to work much harder to pump blood and deliver oxygen to the muscles. This increased workload can lead to cumulative strain on the heart muscle, known as the myocardium. Over time, this strain can cause changes in the heart structure and function. One of the risks associated with prolonged stress on the heart is the development of arrhythmias, which are irregular heartbeats. These can occur when the heart's electrical system becomes disrupted due to the excessive demands placed on it. In some cases, these arrhythmias can be harmless, but they can also lead to more serious conditions. One of the most alarming outcomes of overexercising is sudden cardiac arrest, which can happen when the heart stops beating effectively. This is a life-threatening situation that can occur without warning, particularly in individuals who have pushed their bodies beyond their limits for extended periods. For middle-aged individuals, it is important to find a balance in exercise routines. Instead of engaging in intense workouts that may lead to overexertion, moderate daily exercise, such as walking, can be a much safer alternative. Walking is a low-impact activity that helps maintain cardiovascular health without placing excessive strain on the heart. It allows for consistent movement while reducing the risk of injury and heart-related issues. In conclusion, while exercise is essential for maintaining good health, moderation is key. By opting for moderate activities like walking, individuals can enjoy the benefits of physical activity while protecting their heart health. A vegetarian diet can be seen as a double-edged sword. On one side, it offers many health benefits that can lead to a longer and healthier life. For instance, studies have shown that vegetarians often have lower cholesterol levels, which can reduce the risk of heart disease. Additionally, a plant-based diet is linked to a lower risk of certain diseases, such as type 2 diabetes and some types of cancer. The abundance of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes in a vegetarian diet provides essential nutrients and antioxidants that support overall health. However, there are also limitations to consider. One of the main concerns for vegetarians is the potential for nutritional deficiencies. For example, vitamin B12, which is crucial for nerve function and the production of red blood cells, is primarily found in animal products. Without careful planning, vegetarians may not get enough of this important vitamin. Similarly, iodine, which is essential for thyroid function, can be lacking in a vegetarian diet, especially if dairy and eggs are not included. Protein is another area where vegetarians might struggle, as many plant-based sources do not provide all the essential amino acids needed for optimal health. Research has also indicated that vegetarians may face higher risks of bone fractures and cognitive decline. Some studies suggest that the lower intake of calcium and vitamin D, often found in dairy products, can lead to weaker bones. Additionally, the lack of certain nutrients may affect brain health over time, leading to cognitive issues in older adults. To achieve a balanced diet, especially for older adults, it may be beneficial to incorporate fish, eggs, and dairy into a vegetarian lifestyle. These foods can help provide the necessary nutrients that might be missing from a strict vegetarian diet. By including these options, individuals can enjoy the health benefits of a vegetarian diet while minimizing the risks associated with nutritional deficiencies. In conclusion, while a vegetarian diet can promote good health and prevent certain diseases, it is essential to be mindful of its limitations. Careful planning and the inclusion of other food sources can help ensure a well-rounded and nutritious diet. Cardiologists and nutritionists play important roles in helping people maintain a healthy lifestyle. Cardiologists often recommend moderate activities like walking and Tai Chi instead of intense workouts. They believe that these gentler forms of exercise can be just as beneficial for heart health, especially for those who may be new to exercise or have certain health concerns. By encouraging regular movement without the strain of high-intensity workouts, they help individuals stay active and reduce the risk of heart-related issues. On the nutrition side, nutritionists provide valuable advice on how to create balanced diets. For those who follow vegetarian diets, they emphasize the importance of including essential nutrients that are often found in animal-based foods. They suggest incorporating sources of protein, iron, and vitamin B12, which are crucial for overall health. This can be achieved by combining plant-based foods with fortified products, or by including small amounts of dairy or eggs if the diet allows.